So guys. Hi to everyone. I hope you can hear me and see me well. So, just give me a second. Oh. I was taking my charger. Sorry. So, give me a second. I will check everything. That's all working. Everything happened in 1 minute. My mom called me, everything. So crazy. As usually in the live streams. Oh, why my video is here? Kind of unusual. Let's do it like that. Okay, I think it's all good right now. So, hi to everyone. I see your comments. And guys, let me know how you see me and hear me as well. But I think everything is great. So, yeah, I think it's all good right now. Perfect. Hi, welcome. So, guys, today is a pretty interesting topic of the live stream, how not to get lost in a mess of indicators, because we can see right now on all of the YouTube videos and everything, and at the same time I do also a lot of the YouTube videos with absolutely enormous amount of indicators like stochastic, MACD, RSI, everything, like, you know, it's so many of them. And a lot of you may think like, what should I use then? Like, what indicator is the best? What indicator is better? Because like you always see like the best strategies, like, you know, this is the best one, this is the best one, and you already feel lost in all of this strategies, thinking, what should I use, what should work and everything. So today I'm gonna explain you the basics, the basic indicators that I recommend to use for all of the beginners. So that's how you will not get lost in all of them, and you will start finally making the results with the help of this. So hello, how are you? Okay guys, so we're waiting for everyone to join as well. Everyone is still sleeping though. I think, kind of, but it's okay. So yeah, how I was saying you that many people that just found trading and start doing this face literally the same problems, and I was the same also, because when I started I was seeing all of these indicators and thinking, what should I do with this? So it's the main problem, that probably one of the popular one, is overloading the charts with indicators in the hope of finding perfect and try points. This is not a bad thing. It's a really good thing to learn something else, you know, and trying to find something for yourself. But at the same time, you need to understand that there is just a basic things that you need to know actually to start making the results. It's not like something really difficult and crazy. It's not a secret at the same time, because actually a lot of people making courses about this, and I'm just giving this information right now. So this approach, as I told you, seems pretty logical. So the more instruments there are, the more accurate the signal should be, right? But however, in practice, everything turns out to be the opposite. So again, when I just started trading, I also used a lot of the indicators, and it seemed to me that if one of them makes a mistake, the other one will back me up and give the right signal. But in reality, again, it led to confusion. Some indicators showed buying, other selling, and others gave false signals absolutely. So as a result, I did not understand when and how also to enter a trade. And over time already, I realized that successes in trading depends not on the number of indicators, of course, but on their quality and correct use. So I reduced their number to 2 or 3 that really fit my trading style and the market I work in. I always tell you that 2-3 indicators is the best amount actually. And this allowed me also to better analyze the situation and make more accurate trading decisions. So it is important to remember that indicators are just tools to help analyze the market, but they cannot guarantee you success like anything else actually. So they should complement each other and not give contradictory signals. And for example, if you use an oscillator and a trend indicator, they should work in conjunction with each other and not interfere with each other as well. So as you can see, here I opened already the pocket option account, and you will ask me how to find here the indicator. So here you can see the currency pairs, also like cryptocurrencies and everything. Here you can see, you can use here a chart types and also time frame of the candles, for example. And here we already see indicators. Here it is, fractal, moving average, Kellner channel, alligator, and more and more and more. So let me check your comments, guys. Okay, see. So let's talk about the types like of the indicators, like the main one, and after this I will also tell you and show you in practice the strategies with these indicators together, like the mixing of the indicators that you can use together. So how to choose the right indicators for binary options with expire up to 5 minutes, because we usually trade for 2, for 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes usually. In the VIP Club channel we usually trade 2-3 minutes per trade, but sometimes I add more time, for example 4 minutes or even 5 if the situation is like a little bit difficult. So here we're talking about like scalping, right? So scalping is like the trades up to like 10 minutes. So it's like it's really short one. So when trading binary options with short expiry time up to 5 minutes, it is important to use indicators that react quickly to price changes and give clear signals. So it is not worth overloading the chart with a large number of tools, because this will only confuse you and lead to contradictory signals. So here are the main principles of choosing indicators. So firstly, fast reaction to price changes. So indicators should quickly adapt to market movements, otherwise the signal may be late. For example, MACD indicator or RSI indicator. It's like really sensitive one that react to every noise of the chart. Second of all, it's simplicity and understandability. So the simpler the signals are, the less probability of error, actually. Because a lot of people think that the more difficult the indicator, the better it is. It's not true. Of course, like you can understand all of these indicators and it will not be that difficult for you, but at the same time, like don't need to overload yourself and thinking that if it's like a really difficult indicators to read, it's definitely really effective. It's not like this. So for example, the same like EMA moving average, really simple one, nothing else, just the line, but it's actually one of the main and important one that all of the traders in the world using. We will talk about this later as well. Also, it's compatibility. So indicators should complement each other. We were talking about this, not duplicate or contradict each other as well. So also it's absence of excessive delays. So moving average with a long period, for example, or complex indicators designed for long-term trends are not suitable. So for example, we can use here like alligator indicator, right? So it's not that bad, but alligator indicator is more for long-term trends, and it's pretty hard with this indicator to work on the short time of the expiration, for example 3-5 minutes, because it's not going to give you a signal. But with the help of alligator you can see like the trend, but at the same time like it's really slow. So in the fast period of time it will not give you a signal, so it's almost like not that really convenient. But at the same time, sometimes I use it just for understanding the trend, but at the same time you can use zigzag indicator or moving average as well to understand the movement of the trend. That's it. So And let's talk about right now optimal indicators for trading on 5 minutes time of the expiration for binary options. So first of all, it's moving average, right? We know it all. So let's find it here right now. Here it is, moving average. Of course, in type, exponential EMA. Here it is. Period 9 or 14. I usually use actually 8 or 9. So how to use this indicator. So if we see that price, that means our chart, above this line, above EMA, is the upward trend, and we can see it going on right now. We can see that the line of moving average is below the chart, below the price, and price is above, right? And that means it's an upward trend. So looking for a signal to buy the option above. So here we can open a buy signal, literally. We could try it here, but here it's not really that consistent. Here's a lot of the corrections, so I would probably not risk it here. And we can see some pretty big volatility as well. It's not that bad chart actually, but I would just save it for later actually. So now let's just find some situation where we can open this kind of the trend, for example here. So let's choose 2 minutes, $50, and here. So here we literally can open a trade down because we can see that price below EMA. So it's like the opposite situation that we were talking about. So here we can see that our line of moving average is above the chart and chart is below this line. So when we see that, it means, right, the downward trend. So we're looking for a signal to for sell signal. We're opening a sell signal. Of course, it's also some other things that you need to put your attention to, not just like, you know, oh, the price is below, so it's definitely the downward trend, blah, blah, blah. No, of course not. Here we can see that it was the downward trend before. Actually, we can see it's pretty good pattern here, the zigzag movement. So it was the upward trend here. It achieved this resistance level. So our resistance levels is somewhere here. Then it was the downward trend. It achieved a new support level because before support level was here, here, and here. So now it achieved this level. We also can draw it here. It achieved this level and started reversing in the upward direction again. Achieved the previous resistance level as well and started going in the downward direction. So here maybe we were pretty late because as you can see, the price were below this line much more earlier. Now it's still going, but we can see some corrective candle here going on right now. But at the same time, the support level could change, for example, to here, and now it's gonna grow again as here it was, but it's just in the different direction. So in this kind of situation, but at the same time, I opened here trade down because here we still have the distance, the time till the support level, the previous one that achieved on our chart. But here, as you can see, it's 8 seconds. We still have a time actually, so let's see. But it was pretty fast candle that just grows. Okay, so we can just find something else instead, something else. But as you can see right now, I'm using just one indicator, so it's not that good actually. So it's better to use few of them. But okay, let's find something else, open a trade there, and then we will continue. So also we can turn on the second moving average. Wait a second. And we change here the period to 21. So the first one is why the pocket option is lagging again. I hope guys you can hear me. Okay, wait a second. You change your video setup, but your voice is quiet now. What do you mean? I think it's pretty good. I hear myself really nice. I don't know, maybe something with your Wi-Fi? Yeah, change the location a little bit. Another villa. But I hope you like it. So So here, as you can see, I add second moving average with the period of, oh, we didn't change it, of the period to 21, and we also change it to EMA. And here is other life hack. So the crossing of two EMAs, for example, with the period 9 and 21, can give a signal to enter the market as well. How, you will ask me. Okay, I will explain. So we'll find some situation right now that could show us this pretty good. Here's nothing yet. Here's nothing, that we're not crossing each other here as well. So let's find something else. Okay. Still not so many actually situations where we can open a trade. Here, not bad, but at the same time, as we can see here, it looks like the start of the upward movement, but not pretty at all. So now we'll find something else instead. The pocket option is lagging as usual a little bit. Hello Lisa, excited to be here again. Okay, perfect guys. Okay, so we'll find some chart right now, because I need to find the situation where our MACD, our moving average, is giving us the signal, and at the same time they're crossing each other. But for now it's pretty hard to find. Your audio voice was louder next week. Our moving average is giving us. I can hear myself pretty good on the phone. I don't know, maybe something with yours. Definitely everything is good with the microphone. So maybe check your connection or something else. So here it's not that bad situation. So here we can open a trade up for 3 minutes. So here we can see it was the pretty good actually chart. Oh, we're opening it straight here, I think. No? Looks like yes. Yeah, we were drawing the support. It was our previous chart. Okay, but now it's just more consistent. Here we can see it's, yeah, we opened a trade here. Yeah, we opened a trade here. So we can see that now it's already reversed in the upward direction. So we can see it's already in new support level here. So as I told you before, and now it's more start reversing again, but we still have a lot of time actually. So we also can change the time frame to a different one just to check the situation from the other side. So let's wait here, and we will continue also talking about the indicators. Also one of the popular one is of course stochastic oscillator. Here it is. So parameters that I recommend you to use is 5, 3, 3, and you click save. So how to use it? So when the indicator is in the overbought zone about 80 here on the blue line, a downward reversal is possible. So it means like it achieved this overbought zone and will start reversing in the downward direction. That means that people bought too much of this currency pair and now they're gonna sell it. And when the indicator is in the oversold zone below 20, a reversal up is possible. So it's like the opposite thing. So an important signal is also the crossing of stochastic lines and in these zones. So for example, we can see it here and here and here. So we can see when it crossed each other, boom, start going in the downward direction. Here's the same, cross each other, boom, start going in the downward direction again. Here is the same. Here is the same, you see, because here it was in the overbought zone, but it was not going in the upward direction yet. And here it's intersected each other and start going in the downward direction. Not that too much, but still. For example, here we can see it pretty good. Here we can see it pretty good also crossed each other at the end, and boom, start also going in the upward direction. So it's, by the way, 28 seconds to the end of a trade. Let's see. So yeah, but stochastic oscillator is pretty easy one. Also, you can use RSI indicator by the same logic. I will also show you that. I actually like RSI indicator definitely. So it's 10 seconds, guys. Let's see. Let's see till the end of a trade. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we closed this trade. Okay, perfect. We could actually open here another trade. Of course, it's volatile here a lot, but I think the upward trend here will continue. Also, another indicator, we will just turn off the stochastic, so we will not have that much indicators. The next one is Bollinger Bands. Where is it? Because it's Bollinger Band width. Bollinger Bands, here it is. I can also, parameters is 20 and 2. Just because it's short time of the expiration. Here it is. So how to use the Bollinger Bands. So if the price touches the upper boundary, look for a downward reversal. And if the price touches the lower boundary, look for an upward reversal. Pretty easy. Here you can see our price touched the lower boundary, start reversing in the upward direction. Here we can see the price touched and even broke the upper line of Bollinger Bands and started going in the downward direction. Here is the same situation. Here was not working that good, as you can see, because it was the flat here, actually, the absence of the trend. It was just going a lateral movement, just literally straight. Here, for example, boom, went down. Here, for example, touched the lower band, started going in the upward direction, touched the upper band, started going in the downward direction. So, yeah, actually pretty easy, right? I think, but maybe for me it's pretty easy. Text me in the comments, what do you think also? So, and also when the bands expand strongly, this is a signal for high volatility, and it is better to wait for fading. So, I will read your comments, guys. Good to see you again, and wow, no lag in stream. Great, have a profitable trading session. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm actually just in the auto villa, and the thing is that the Wi-Fi here is even slower, like as I checked on the website, as in my other villa. But I don't know why here it's working better. Maybe something changed. Maybe I don't know, the YouTube stopped lagging as well. Great to be here. I'm singing along. Okay, perfect. Good morning, all. It's a scam. Of course, guys. At least you're talking to me because I have been suffocating my charts with indicators. What do you mean? Haliza, hi, guys. Today you're not so active, guys. Come on. Usually it's so more people. Today everyone is sleeping. No one wants to learn a new information. So I will come back to our chart. So, and also, of course, the other thing how you can do is combination of the indicators. So for the best accuracy, it is worth combining several indicators. For example, EMA plus stochastic, so strength confirmation plus entry points. Wait a second. So here we can open another trade actually up. So we close that trade in plus. So EMA is giving us a trend confirmation and stochastic as well, and entry points, both of them. So Bollinger Bands plus stochastic as well. It equals search for reversal from the boundaries, right? Here we can see that. And also we can see overbought and oversold zone thanks to the stochastic, or EMA plus Bollinger Band, for example. So it's trend identification and possible pullbacks. At the same time, like, we can use the two moving averages with the Bollinger Bands, but as you can see, it's kind of too much. So for example, it's better to use two moving average and at the same time stochastic oscillator. Here it is. And but you remember I told you the settings for this. So it's 533. So, and we click save. So it's like something like this. And also today, of course, we're gonna talk about the strategies with also other indicators, but the one we were talking about before, we're also gonna practice this here on the pocket option. So again, to trade actually binary options for like 1 to 5 minutes, it is optimal to use like 2-3 indicators that react quickly to price changes. So moving averages, EMA, stochastic, Bollinger Band, and also MACD indicator, of course, and RSI indicator. I will also show you more of them. So the main thing is not to overload the chart and watch for coincidence of signals. So it's 1 minute and 7 seconds here. We can see we got some corrective candle, but it's actually pretty close to our entry point. We can also open our trade like this and look at. You're such a powerful trader. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So nice to hear that. Can you also write down your settings for each indicators? I just explained it now. So the first moving averages period is 9 and also EMA. It's pretty important. For the second one, period is 21 and also EMA. You can actually just like, get the video back to see it again. And it's going to be the a recording of this stream, so you can watch it anytime. So the first moving average, again, period 9, EMA. The second moving average, period 21, EMA. But to use 2 of the moving averages, this you can use for crossing their lines, crossing the moving averages together. So when you see that 2 lines of moving average cross each other and going in some kind of the direction, it's literally the signal down. For example, in this situation here, 2 lines also crossed each other and start going in the upward direction. It's a buy signal, of course. But for this, for example, this first line, we can do it in another color because also it's giving us a signal somehow. I will show you how. I was explaining it in the start of the video of the live stream. So when we see that our price, our chart, our candles is above the line, so here's the line and here's the candlesticks. You see, here it is. So it's the upward trend. So like we need to open a buy signal. It's giving us a buy signal. When we see that our price and our chart, our candles, means like this, is below our line. So here we can see the line and here you can see the candlesticks. It's a sell signal, right? So the best situation that could ever be that you got all of the signals from all of these indicators at the same time and it's going to be the same signal. So for example, as here, for example, we can see, okay, it was going in the upward direction. It was some lateral movement, start going in the downward direction. Here we can see by this first line of period 9, we can see that our price below that, so it's the first sell signal. Also 2 lines of moving averages, the white one and the green one, crossing each other and going down in the same direction. Again, what is this? Sell signal, already the second one. Here we can see by stochastic oscillator at this moment, when 2 lines of moving average crossed each other, boom, we can see that, wait a second, we can see that our 2 lines of stochastic is in the oversold zone, under lower than level 20. So of course it also could mean that it could be a reversal soon, but we can see that on this moment, 2 lines of the stochastic hasn't crossed yet. So because when we need to really put the attention, when we see that 2 lines of stochastic is crossing each other in the oversold zone or overbought zone. So it means like over level 80 or lower than level 20. So here, for example, we can see that they crossed each other only here. Only here. We can zoom it. They crossed each other only here, literally at the end of the downward trend, and it started reversing in the upward direction. So when you see that 2 lines of stochastic, for example, like in this situation, in the oversold zone, you're thinking, okay, it could reverse at any minute, but actually at the same time, you can check if it crossed each other, and if it crossed each other, okay, it's going to be a reversal. But if you are here, or for example here, you see that 2 lines of stochastic, it's just going like this. They're not crossing each other, so it's not going to be a reversal yet. And it hasn't achieved the oversold yet, for example, here or here or here. But some of the people already start opening reversal trades here, for example, in the upward direction when they see that. Because like, oh, it's the level 20, it's oversold zone. It's not oversold zone yet. Of course, it is, but we need to wait for some time. We need to wait for this asset to be in the oversold zone for some time and then reverse in the upward direction. So how it happened here? So it's a prediction, nothing is guaranteed. Well, nothing is actually guaranteed in our life as well, you know? Nothing is guaranteed that you're gonna live for 80 years or 60 even years. Maybe we're all gonna die tomorrow or 1 week later or something else. Nothing is guaranteed in this life. Actually, you need to understand that. The one thing is guaranteed here, that you will die. That's the thing. I don't know if you heard this kind of the phrase, and maybe it could be like too much, but don't think that I, say to you, not really, but this kind of the phrase is like always give me the energy and the motivation, to come back to my mindset, because like sometimes I think, oh, also like nothing is guaranteed and blah blah blah. I want some, some confirmation, blah blah blah. I need the proofs. But then one person once told me that the one thing that guaranteed to you is your death. Definitely, we're all gonna die. So you also need to understand that there's no 100% strategy. I'm always telling on all of my streams, all of my videos and everything, there's no 100 strategy percent, right, profitable. There's not 100% profitable signals as well, even not 95 or something. If you hear something like this, it's fake. So I'm showing the real results. For example, in my Telegram channel as well, like I show you the statistic every day. Some of the days we do plus 5% to our balance, and it's like really low by the market, by the people that making like and showing that they're making plus 100% to their balance, like literally double it or something, or like plus 150. But you need to understand that this all beautiful numbers is just for the picture. It's just like for taking the people attention, and it's absolutely fine. Of course, I can understand the social medias, but at the same time, I'm for honesty, and like I'm showing you the real statistic every day. We start, for example, on some of the week with like $500, and till the end to the week we just do 1K. That's it, and it's not a big money at all. But at the same time, I'm just showing how also you can start with this amount of money and achieve this without any fakes or something else, without any tricks. No, just like this. So would be great. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but you can make an educated guess. I'm awake. We're just happy to see you. This week with the market has been very slow. Yeah, that's right. Tabo, yes, I'm also saying Lisa's voice is lower this time. I don't know why, guys. I hope maybe I'm just talking not that lower today. I'm just more calm. Alikon from Abuja, Nigeria. As you can see, guys, we're pretty close to our entry point, but it's fluctuating so much here. I mean, I have been using many indicators and it doesn't help but confuse me. Thanks for teaching. Thank you too. Plus Stochastic. Oh, I think they are wanting screenshots or write down your settings for the different indicators. I already showed this. DAF and taxes low. Yeah, that's true. That's true. From what country you are? I think you're from Europe or US, if saying something like this about taxes, definitely. DEF is guaranteed but not trading. It should be the phrase of the channel. No, of course not. Of course not, guys. Let's think positively. Anyway, of course, like we're all gonna, I'm not gonna pronounce this and say this word again, but we all know that we're all gonna one day. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't do anything, and just like, oh, it's gonna happen any day. So who cares? You should try at least something that you really may like in the life. So here I open another trade up. So here we can see that our price right now is above our lines of moving average of the white one, and they almost crossing each other, as you can see it here. But it was just pretty good in trap point, so that's why I opened here. So here we also can see two lines of stochastic as moving in the upward direction, and so almost going to the overbought zone. It's already there actually. Here is also pretty big volatility, but anyway, I actually sometimes, guys, just for the analyzing as well, I open the signals here. You can find it here. It's like how many people open some trades and everything, so you can just literally copy that. So you can check, like, for example, this kind of the trade, 423 people copied, and you just see that, okay, it's 25 minutes and everything. For example, it's 10 minutes. Oh, okay, it's another one. Also another one for 10 minutes that copied 414 times. It's actually a lot. So you need to understand it's pretty good sometimes to copy this kind of the signals on the start of this, because for example, if you copy the signal right now, you will open it at another entry point, so it's not that good. But at the same time, like, you need to understand the 400 people opened this trade, so it affects the market a lot. So that's how you can close the trade. So for example, if you see something like this, or you can just open your own trade with the same time of the expiration, for example here for 1.5 minutes in the downward direction. But here, as you can see, it's all opposite at the same time. But sometimes you can see like how many people open the trade and what kind of the trade for what time of the expiration. And so that's how you can also see how many buyers right now, how many sellers. And because that's affect the market, of course. Even though you lost your last trade, you were very close and the trend is going up. Yes, of course. I'm not even scaring about this or something. The previous trade, you could see there was a big volatility. We can actually open it here. So here we can see it was -2 points, literally. So it was really that close, and then in the last second, it's boom, just go up a little bit more. So we almost close it. If I had another like 1 more second, I would close this trade, but sometimes it's like this, and that's why we have our catch-up system. Poland, okay. USA, yeah, I knew that because he's texted about taxes. So watching the trade, it is so much easier to see what's going on with a PC vs the phone. What do you mean? Watching you trade, it's so much easier to see what's going on with the PC. Like, seeing me trading is easier than to trade by yourself. So yeah, we close the trade. As you can see, it was just 1 more trade and that's it. So here we could open a trade up for 3 minutes. So let's see, because it hasn't, 2 lines of stochastic oscillator hasn't crossed each other yet, and still like 2 lines of moving average cross each other and going up in the same direction. So it literally gives us the buy signal. So it's pretty good. So yeah, and also guys, let's talk about like 3 down strategies that I recommend for a short time frame. So it is important to use indicators that react quickly to price changes. We were talking about this already before. So the first strategy is scalping on EMA and stochastic. Here it is. So we were talking about this, but anyway, I will explain it again. So the first, EMA moving average, fast moving average with period 9. The second one, EMA 21. So moving average with slow period, 21 EMA. So it's literally as we have here, 9 EMA, moving average. Here 21 EMA. That's it. Oh, as you can see, it's reversed so much in the downward direction, but we still have time, so let's see. Because it actually couldn't reverse here that fast because of this, as you can see, moving average indicator. But sometimes, of course, the indicators is giving us a full signals. We cannot just only, you know, count on them. So that's why we have our risk management as well. And stochastic 533. I will also open it for you as well. So K period is 5, D period is 3, smoothing period is 3, moving average estimate. So, and as I told you before, how we read the signals from this. So, to reverse in the downward direction, thanks, no, we will change it. So, firstly, again, right, EMA 9 crosses EMA 22 from bottom to top. It's like buy signal, of course. Also, buy signal is when stochastic leaves the oversold zone below 20 and crosses its signal line upwards. Because we can see by the stochastic oscillator, it's also the lines of K period and D period. Here it is. So, also, the buy signal is when the price is above both EMA. For example, as here. It's like really, really strong signal. But at the same time, you can turn off this EMA and just leave this one. But at the same time, it's better to use two, of course. So here, for example, the upward trend. Here, for example, we can see it pretty clearly. So when it crossed here, and we can see chart start going above than our two lines when we opened the upward trend. Also, and also like you can try to the trades from 2 to 5 minutes better. You cannot even use 5 minutes for the first times, because it's just gonna be much more easier for you to analyze the trades for a longer time of the expiration, and not for like for just 2 or 3 minutes, because it could change pretty quickly. So it's better just to give you a time. And the signal to open a sell signal is when EMA 9 crosses EMA 21 from top to bottom. For example, as here, as you can see, going in the downward direction. When stochastic leaves the overbought zone above 80, for example, as here, and crosses the signal line downwards here, like this. Also, when price is below both EMAs, for example, like here. It's not that good example, because here it was not that really long downward trend, but anyway, here you can see it, that our price is below two moving averages. And also you open here in trades from 2 to 5 minutes. So additional thing, that if the EMA crossover is horizontal without the strong trend, it is better not to enter. And do not trade during the release of important news, actually, because you don't know what could happen on the market. For example, like yesterday, it was pretty hard evening trading session, because it was a lot of the news about negotiations between two politicals. I'm not sure I should say that, because I think a lot of people already know that. And I know I am, as Russian, I cannot really say that. I love my country, and I love my country, definitely. But you know what was happening yesterday, right? With U.S. president and Russian president, they were just talking, and because of that, and because this kind of the thing could actually affect the world, of course it's affecting the markets, literally. So that's why it was kind of difficult, because only in the evening yesterday, after already our trading session, there was news about this. Before, it was just the rumors, is they're gonna talk or not. So the news, of course, they affect the market really, really a lot. So now we're gonna look for another currency pair to open a trade somewhere. So. Let's find something. Or maybe I'm just gonna answer to your questions here, because it's still some of them. When did you start making stable profits as a new trader? I think after like 1 year of consistent trading, 1 year. Because I was actually like, I'm kind of the perfectionist, when I'm not sure about the topic that I'm going in, I'm gonna be really, really like, really nervous and everything. So I'm not gonna be confident in myself. So I need to be confident in myself, and to do that, I need to have a lot of knowledges. So before, I was learning theory so much, I was practicing so much as well. And I went to the real market when I already had a lot of the knowledge, strategies, technical fundamental analysis, when I practiced so many times on the demo account. It was not 1 or 2 or 3 times. It was literally 6 or 7 months before I get into the real market. Because for me, it was not just like, the money, like, I'm going to invest and I don't care. Of course, I was caring about this. So I didn't want to lose it. So I was really, really serious about this. So probably after only 1 year of doing all of this, because for the first 6-7 months I was like learning the theory and everything, I was like, because I was really scary, I think, to start it in real life, because I was thinking, what if I lose? That's it. So I needed to be confident in myself, and only when I was confident to start with small amount of monies, with $1 per trade, really, really slow. If I saw that I don't want to trade anymore, or I have some difficulties, I stopped. So, I learned all of this psychological aspects and also technical aspects. So like, because trading is 50-50, it's 50% knowledges and 50% your psychology, mood and mentality. So if you have a lot of the knowledges but you don't have the psychology of a really strong person, that not just giving up, that not get up under the emotions, that not like, stressing out and screaming and being nervous when something is going bad. If you have the knowledges but you really, getting your emotions go on the trading sessions, you're gonna lose. And it doesn't matter how many knowledges you have, how you're good at this. Actually, if you cannot control yourself, you're not gonna do it. But for example, if you can control yourself but you don't have knowledges, the same. So you need to have the same things, 50-50. 50% of knowledges, 50% of mentality. 1 year sounds realistic because some people expect to start earning right away. Yeah, that's it, actually. And this is the, one of the big disadvantage of all of the social medias and the people that see all of this, like, really great and fast results and everything. And even though, like, people, when they see my like YouTube channel and Telegram channel, they also think that, it's some beautiful pink world, absolutely without any problems, everything is really easy. But a lot of people, after one trading session with me, they got tired, or they got really nervous, or they got like, really tired, because they were like, a lot of people thinking that they're just like following the signals. You just open a trade, you're just sitting on the couch drinking tea or coffee, and like, you just start having the profits. But when the people face the catch-up system, they're like, oh my god. And when it's like the third or fourth catch-up, they're like, damn, it's not for me, I cannot handle this, because it's really nervous, actually, because they're thinking, oh my god, what if I'm gonna lose this trade and I'm not gonna close it? I'm gonna lose all of the money or something. So it's not for everyone, definitely. And I'm also mentioning it on almost on every live stream, voice trading session, live streams, because it's just for strong people, really, mentally, and also with a really, really strong brain, as I can say. So it's not just for people that, want to make it as fast as possible and everything just for fun. It's not for fun, definitely, because if it would be that much easier, everyone would be in this industry, but of course it's not. So that's why it's not like, that much popular. If it would be that easy, everyone would do that, definitely. But at the same time, it's not. So guys, what can I say? Really soon, I'm gonna start my trading session in the VIP Club. So I hope you're gonna join me there, because today is the 4th day of the marathon. Today we actually, I showed you a lot, and I talked about this, about a lot as well, about the strategies, the indicators, like the basic ones that I recommend to use. So I hope you will get this information right and it was useful for you. So I hope you like that, guys, and see you today on my trading sessions in the VIP Club. So yeah, I see another one question. Can you also trade crypto in another using the indicators such as moving averages? Yeah, you can, but I'm just not trading crypto. Actually, I can, of course, because I was also practicing doing this in crypto and stocks, but it's not my thing. I'm just really good at currency pairs. So I think people in person should always be focused only on one, industry, one area. Because if you are trying to trade crypto and stocks and currency pairs, it could be really, really, not that effective. And on the cryptocurrencies as well, I don't really, guys, recommend you that, because I had the video about this. So if you want me to tell you more about this, also let me know in the comments. Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, guys. Yeah, I'll see you today on the trading session. See you, and bye-bye.